Him. All glory and praise goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Sai, Bahashem, Ha Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well and taught me this truth. And peace and salutation to you, Akim, across the four corners of the globe, preaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. And Shalom to the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners, the men and women that look like the heathen nations, but their bloodline goes to Israel. All right, Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's name. Yahweh Sai is his son's name. And the Rikar Kadas is the Holy Spirit that allows us to break down these scriptures. All right, statistics on fatherless homes, okay? Statistics on fatherlessness in America and the profound impact of mentoring. And we're going to focus on the fatherless homes, all right, aspect of it. Children growing up without a father in the United States has become an epidemic. Here are some troubling statistics about fatherless children in the U.S. from the National Center for Fathering and the Fatherless Generation. 85% of youth in prison come from fatherless homes. 85% of youth in prison come from fatherless homes. That's damn near 100% of people in prison. All right, they come from fatherless homes, man. All right, starting with the youth, and they go into the big jail, federal jail and the big prison. 71% of high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. That's almost 100% of those who drop out of high school come from a fatherless home or a single mother home. Damn. 90% of all homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes. Nearly 25 million children live without their biological father. Man, that's a goddamn shame. That's the curses, though. 60% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes, man. All right? So that's the state that we're in, man. And that's a testimony on you women. Y'all can't raise kids without a man. So they cut that saying, I don't need a man. Y'all do need a man, but you just too stupid to realize it. And you're too selfish to get you a man because your kids need a man, all right? You're that selfish that even though you can see your kids may need a man, which y'all don't have foresight to see anything, but if you could, you ass is too selfish to go and submit to a man and get under his ruling, all right, so that you'll have some discipline for your kids, okay? Proverbs 13:24, he that spared his rod hated his son, but he that loved him chastened him betimes. I'm reading the NLT. Those who spare the rod of discipline hate their children. And who disciplines the children? The father. All right, but if you don't have a father in the house, then the kids aren't getting disciplined. They just getting overly loved and overly babied and stuff like that. All right. Those who love their children care enough to discipline them. So majority of these households are being run by women, about 80% of them, and they don't love their children. They actually hate their children. Why? Because they won't discipline them. All right. And the little discipline they do give them, that ain't shit. It ain't enough. Kids don't respect mothers as disciplinary. They don't fear them, but they'll fear that man. All right. If she had a man in the household. Proverbs 23:13, withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. All right, so you're supposed to discipline your child. All right, whether that's taking things away from them, whipping that ass, you're supposed to discipline them. And it's the man who does that. Women don't do that good. They don't really discipline good because they weren't created to be disciplinaries. You see, you need a woman. She basically loves the child, kind of babies the child, and the men come in and discipline the child when he or she gets out of line. Verse 14, thou shalt beat him with the rod and shalt deliver his soul from hell, man. You're going to save that kid from dying, all right, at an early age. You see? But women are so sensitive, they don't want to hit their kids. They don't feel like their kid need to be hit until he grow up and he's 13, 14, 15 and he whipping your ass. Or he out here getting his ass whipped or killing people or getting beat up by the cops and shot by the cops. Proverbs 23 and 13 in NLT. Don't fail to discipline your children. They won't die if you spank them, see? All right, somebody got to whip these kids' ass, and women ain't built for it, okay? But yet you don't need a man, so now you don't have the wisdom or foresight to know that when this little kid grows up, after you finish babying them and nurturing them and everything, he gonna act an ass. She gonna act an ass. All right, they're gonna be wild kids, minstrous kids, monsters, little ass monsters. Proverbs 23 and 14. Physical discipline may well save them from debt. See, you putting that rod on his ass, that belt, disciplining them, taking away the TV, taking away the phone, taking away different things that they enjoy. Hey, that's going to give them direction. That's going to give them discipline. That's going to give them order. That's going to get their mind right. All right. But if you don't feel like you need a man in the house or you need a father in your kid's life, hey, they destined for doom. They destined for doom, man. All right. Job 39 and Job 39 and 17. And it reads, because Yahweh Shemyahushai had deprived her of wisdom, neither had he imparted to her understanding. All right, so she doesn't have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to see that, hey, you can't play with these kids. When it's time to discipline them, it's time to discipline them. When it's time to nurture them, it's time to nurture them. Okay, but these women, mainly the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women, all right, they don't have no understanding. All right, so they really feel like they don't need, especially the Negro woman, she feels like she really doesn't need a man. And her kids can do fine without him too. She's selfish. And that's why you got these monster ass kids out here. Proverbs 9 and 13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. NLT. The woman named Folly is brass. She is ignorant and doesn't know it. All right. So the woman doesn't know shit. All right. She's loud. She's stubborn. And she don't know shit. So she ain't teaching the kids nothing. And that's why you got statistics. Look at this shit, man. You got statistics where 80% of youth in prison come from fatherless homes, single mother homes. All right, 71% of high school dropouts come from single mother homes. 90% of homeless and runaway children are from single mother homes. Nearly 25 million children live in single mother homes without their biological father. 60% of youth suicide are from single mother homes, man. Raised by women. The girls turn out to be whores, all right? And they're harder on the girls than they are on the boys, so you babyfy the boy, all right? So he play, and it's all he in until he busting your head up or busting another nigga head in the street or getting his head bust. All right, Sirach 30 and 1. He that loveth his son causeth him off to feel the rod. So if you love your kid, you're gonna spank him. All right, you're gonna give them a whipping when they get out of line, or some form of punishment, discipline, that he may have joy of him in the end. See, you're gonna spur that, you're gonna whip that rottenness out of him. Okay, you're gonna keep him punishment. You're gonna teach him discipline. All right, then you'll have joy of him in the end. All right, he gonna be all right. He gonna respect others. He gonna know his do's and don'ts. He's not gonna go out here and act crazy with somebody and get his head blown off. You see? And that's the job of a father. All right, but with all these fatherless, 80% of the households are fatherless households. So these kids are wild. All right, verse 2. He that chasteneth his son, shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintances. See? All right, you whip your kids, you discipline your kids, you take things away from them, when they're doing wrong. All right, or when you done told them something 3 or 4 times and they don't get it, you discipline them. You let them know, no, this is wrong. You can't do this. You lay down law, and you're gonna be rejoicing at the end. And guess what? When that kid, that little boy or girl grow up, they're gonna be happy they had a father. All right, they're gonna be happy they had a man to discipline them. Okay, they gonna love them. They might not love them while they getting disciplined. Of course not. They might not like that. But at the same time, when they get older and they're responsible and they're able to take care of themselves and they're not offending nobody to where they're getting their life in danger, they're going to appreciate that disciplinary, that father. They're going to appreciate him. All right? They're going to love him for that. Okay? Verse 3, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. See? The man's supposed to be in the house to teach him the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Sai. Son, this is how you live. All right? This is how you deal with other men. All right? This is how you deal with conflict. All right? This is how you talk things out. A soft answer, can calm somebody down from whipping your ass or killing you if you respond to him a certain way. This is what the man is in the house to teach his son. All right, and you grieve the enemy because Esau wants your kids dead, wants your kids to be momos, wants your kids to be backwards, wants your kids to be disobedient, all right? Wants your kids to be disrespectful. So you grieving the enemy. And before his friends, he shall rejoice of him. Yeah, my son is this, my son is that, Oh man, my son, he is the best, He's gone on. He's a responsible adult. He's taking care of himself. He has his own family. Oh, my daughter's beautiful. She's the best. She got her a husband. She's taking care of her husband. She's taking care of her family. You proud of your kids. All right, verse 4. Though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he had left one behind him that is like himself. See, when you die, now you got a son that represents you. You got a daughter that represents you. So you ain't really die. All right, you left your legacy behind. All right, and your kids are coming in your footsteps. You see? Verse 5, while he lives, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrow. See, I raised my kids. They good kids. My son, he's married. He's taking care of his family. He's got his own. He's living good. He's very disciplined, very well-mannered. My daughter, she is successful. She's a princess. She got her husband. She's taking care of her husband. She's treating him good. She's watching over her kids. She's nurturing the kids. She's nurturing her husband. She cooks. She cleans. A man could die peacefully. Okay? A man can die peacefully. All right? So let's skip down to verse 9. Sirach 30:9. Conquer thy child. Yeah, you baby your child. And he shall make thee afraid. Yeah, the little nigga grew up to be a nutcase. You babying him, he cutting up, and you laughing at it. You think it's a joke. All right? That's what these single mothers do. They think it's a joke. As when they're little boys, the little girl's a child, and the little girl may be twerking. She's laughing at her, putting her on fucking social media. The little boy may be throwing shit around. She's laughing and putting them on social media. He might be cussing and everything. She's laughing about it. And then he grows up and he's kicking your ass. Or she grows up and she's sleeping with every Tom, Harry around. Okay? And he shall make thee afraid. Play with him and he will bring thee to heaviness. Yeah, he get older and now he don't want to cook, he don't want to clean, he don't want to do chores, He don't do nothing you say. You gotta tell this little nigga 7 times or tell this little girl 7 times what to do, and they still don't do it. You see? Now you now your heart is heavy, man. You got all of these lazy ass kids around here that don't want to do nothing. Why? Because the mother raised them. The father wasn't in the picture for whatever reason. Verse 10, laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. See, you laughing and playing with these kids when you should be disciplining them. All right, giving them guidance, giving them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding about life and about these scriptures, but you playing with them. All right, you're going to regret that in the end. Give him no liberty, verse 11, give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his folly. Yeah, don't play with him. Put the little nigga to work. Put the little girl to work. They got chores to do. Make your bed. Brush your teeth. Fold these clothes. Wash these clothes. Cook breakfast. Cook dinner. You know, you teach these kids how to live and how to maintain when they get older at a young age. Don't be laughing and playing and thinking everything's a joke when they need to be disciplined. Verse 12, bow down his neck while he is young, and beat him on the sides while he is a child. See? All right, you got to get these kids when they're young. Give them a whipping. Whip their ass. Punish them. Okay? That's what's going to take the foolishness out of them. That's what's going to let them know it's real. The blueness of a womb. Lest he wax stubborn. See, if you don't do it, he going to be stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart. So a lot of these mothers are suffering. They're in sorrow because their kids are disobedient. They're stubborn, and they won't listen to them when they get about 12, 13, 14, 15. They gone. They completely gone. All right, but if you had that man in the house who supplies discipline, guidance, all right, and teaches them things, all right, then they would be a lot better off. All right, you gotta discipline these kids, man. You can't play with them and laugh with them when they're younger, because when they get older, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing with them. All right. Proverbs 20 and 30. The blueness of a womb cleanseth away evil. So do stripes the inward parts of the belly. I'm reading NLT. Physical punishment cleanses away evil. All right. Physical punishment. Whip that boy on that booty. You know, spank him. Spank her. If she's out of line and she doing something out of place, you have the right as a parent to discipline your kids. All right. And every woman should have a man in the house, because every child needs a man and a woman. All right. Such discipline purifies the heart. So this discipline is going to get their mind right. All right. So with that, I hope this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Shalom.